Local, late-breaking, WPBF 25 News starts now.
First at 11, tracking tropical storm Melissa. It could become a hurricane overnight and a major hurricane by the weekend. Good evening. I'm Felicia Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us here at 11 o'clock. First warning meteorologist Glenn Glazer joining us now. And Glenn, this storm's track has changed. And Glenn, we're now getting a better idea of where the storm may be headed.
Yeah, it's kind of being a little more focused now when it comes to the computer models and what the Hurricane Center is thinking. There's still some variations here that are a little up in the air. One thing that's happened over the past couple of hours, and this is just coming out now in the latest track from the Hurricane Center, which came out just moments before the camera turned on here. We are seeing a storm that is still a little bit disorganized. And so earlier when the 5 p.m. update came out, it looked as though Melissa could be a hurricane overnight. Now it looks more like it's going to take a few more hours for it to get organized, and it might not become a hurricane until tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. So moisture still wrapping around, but there's still some wind shear coming in here. So it doesn't have that symmetrical shape of an organized storm just yet. Here's the latest track, 11 p.m. from the National Hurricane Center, showing it becoming a Category 1 storm at 8 a.m., then a Category 2 to Category 3 storm by the time we get to Sunday. That's a major hurricane. Category 4 by Monday morning, and then turning to the north, you'll notice the cone a little more narrow now with Jamaica in the middle there, and heading up toward eastern Cuba as a Category 4 storm. Out in the Bahamas as a Cat 2. We'll have more on Melissa coming up later on this half hour. Closer to home here, we're looking at just a few showers around so far this evening, but we do have slightly higher chances for rain over the weekend and a strong cold front headed our way for the end of next week. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast. Temperatures in the 70s tonight. More on Melissa and rainfall and the cold front coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Glenn, thank you. Covering the Treasure Coast, immigration operations and enforcement continue to ramp up tonight, and some in the community took to the streets to protest what they call an injustice. At the same time, state officials unveiled a new tool to monitor activity by immigration and customs enforcement. Treasure Coast Bureau reporter Ari Hyde is in Fort Pierce with more on what protesters there are trying to do.
Anybody who drove by this area on Friday night had to see the crowd that was gathered here. And the people who were here tell me that was the whole point. They wanted to be seen and they wanted their voices to be heard.